Hi. Okay. Hi. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I had to get some water because I always get dehydrated when I do things because when I talk, I hydration just disappears from my body or something. Oh, I'm sure you can all hear me drinking. That's really good. Whatever. Whatever. Um no real plans for the stream. Just figured I would stream. Uh if there are any questions about how to do things, then I'll kind of explain things, I guess, if people have any production questions or, music related questions that don't require any knowledge of music theory, I can maybe help. But aside from that, no real plans, just gonna do however. Where is my mouse? I lost my cursor on the second monitor. Okay. Um that's a bad question. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, question about acid. We can do that because I know a lot about this program. My volume okay? We good? I don't have any like compressors on my voice or anything right now. It's just don't get closer, I guess. Um, yeah, question about acid. For those that don't know, I use two applications to make music. One is Acid, which is what you're looking at right here. This kind of timeline editor thing where like you grab a file and you edit it on timeline here. The other application I use being Modplug Tracker, which I'm sure we'll see at some point. If it's peaking at, what do you mean really weird volume? Tell me about it. Tell me about what you mean. Because typically, I'm gonna make sure I don't blow you guys' ears right off. Typically I'll just kind of export at a pretty low volume, but let me just grab any sample here, like a kick drum or something. Let me just grab an electro kick. So like I've got my kick drum. Oh, that's loud for me. Is that okay? Is that too quiet for you guys, or that good? We good? Or is that too like quiet, loud? Tell me. Let me know. Okay. Typically I'll export at whatever. So like I'll just so right now I'm peaking at like -4. Yeah, let me bump that up a little bit. So like let me just like crank up this here. Okay, so I'm at 0 right now. So if I export this, this should peak at like 0. Ass. Okay, let me take a look in Goldwave. Yeah, it's peaking at 0. Um, do you have any limiters or compressors on your master track? Like, I know it sounds like a really dumb question to ask because it's like common sense, but I mean, that will do it. But Acid doesn't have anything built in that will change the volume going out. Like, it'll just clip everything above 0. Oh, that's so weird. I wish I had an answer for you, but that's a very strange thing. Because, yeah, I've never had a problem like that. Are you using 7.0? Acid 7.0? What build do I have? I don't know. I haven't upgraded this in forever. Um, 653. Yeah, 7.0 build 653, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening on your end. Cause yeah, if I yeah, let me just clip this here. Yeah, we're clipping big time now, and I should export that and it should just clip off at 0. Fuck. Yeah, it'll all clip off up there. Just chopped off the top. Yeah, I don't know what's going on your end. That's a very, very strange, yeah, that is such a weird thing. I can't think of any... Oh, wait. Let me see. I forget whether or not Acid has a preamp. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, check that too. Check if it's doing any resampling. Make sure under your project properties under audio, you can set your sample rate. If you're working with 48 kilohertz samples, you should probably set it to 48 kilohertz and, vice versa and whatever, just to make sure Acid's not doing any, like, resampling in the process, because that could knock things around a little bit. But I can't imagine it, like, actually making a huge difference, because I use all sorts of, like, stupid 48 kilohertz, 24-bit whatever samples, and it's like, I don't know, it never makes a difference with me. But yeah, Sony and Acid pretty much, Vegas and Acid pretty much use the same sound engine, so try that, I guess. Make sure you aren't resampling, run at the same sample rate as the stuff you're putting into it. Resample your stuff externally if need be, but I can't think of anything else. Difficulty range of Acid. It depends what you're using Acid for. For the most part, Acid is kind of seen as like an arrangement tool. So you have your track broken down into pieces. Like, let me grab some loops. Loops being like prearranged pieces of music. So let me dig in and grab, I don't know. Yeah, sure. So like, this is a loop. That's a loop. You can draw it, paint it, wherever, and typically Acid will be used to arrange loops or big chunks of audio like this. Um, that's not how I use Acid though. Let me open um, the last Queenston's track I did. That being Wood Grain. This is how I use Acid. Just give it a few seconds to do its thing here. Okay, so this is a mess, but so I do like sequencing in Acid, which is stupid, but here's the bass line down here. I'll solo it out. Bass line's actually 2 channels, but and like percussion's all up here. I think 5 channels. Yeah, 5. This is a pretty atypical way to use the application. Most people don't use it this way. Like over here, I've got some pre-made files that I made in ModPlug. Like this is something I made in ModPlug prior, and so I imported that into this application and worked it in. So that's what it's typically used for. Like you make you make your tracks elsewhere, like one at a time, then you dump them into Acid, arrange them, resequence them, whatever you need to do. Effect buses, like here's some vocal effect buses. Yeah. Vocals. I love working with vocals so much. I'd like to think that's pretty apparent by like all the effects and stuff I throw on them yet. Okay. So, here is the most unaffected um, vocal track. Let me knock off all the effects. I've got a compressor. I've got um, a de-esser, which kind of softens the on the high end of vocals to make it more listenable. Because if you compress that, that gets really loud. It actually hurts your ears. So that's what that does. A little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, a lot of reverb and a lot of delay. Um, but the vocals on its own, on their own, are pretty like. This is after recording and then um, running through Melodyne, which is a vocal tuning, timing, etc. suite. So here's the vocals on their own.
Ice begins to form.
And it's like there's no body there because I knocked out all the low end right off the bat because the low end, when you compress that on vocals, sounds real bad. So then you compress it to make sure. I just want to make sure it maintains a constant level so it can, get above the rest of the mix at all times, so it doesn't like dip under or anything like that. De-essing. So like I'll show you the de-essing right here. You'll notice the difference. Here it is with it off.
Ice begins to.
Here it is with it on.
Ice begins to.
The S's get a lot less harsh. They're a lot easier to listen to. Knocks the high end right out of them. Reverb. Duh. It's just reverb.
Ice begins to.
Very 80s reverb in this is a whole lot, and then some delay too.
Ice begins to form.
In this track, I also have a couple other instances of the vocals running at the same time. One is the same track, but stereo widened, so knocked left and right with timing differences and pitch differences. Run through a model dampened guitar rig, and then through some delay, and this is with a lower formant, still kind of like, it sounds like ooh more than ah. I knocked the formant down on it, so. And then there's the third instance of the vocals running, which none of this matters. It's the same stack as the first vocal track. Only this one's retuned in Melodyne to go real low. And all together you get this. Lots of body to this, lots of wideness.
Ice begins to form around what was warm, and I begin to.
Aside from that, there's some cool effects going on over here where parts of the vocals are chopped up and rearranged in Acid, knocked out to Melodyne, modified there, then brought back in, so you get like things like this.
The white snow.
And later it's used as like a repeating stab.
The white snow. The white snow.
So that's the vocals in that one. I haven't actually like gone into Melodyne yet because I don't really have any vocal tracks to go into it with. Let me like throw down something really goofy. I'll answer that first because Melodyne's going to be an involved thing. But backups. I have at least 3 redundant copies across 3 drives of everything I've made for the past year plus. Before that, there was a crash and a number of things were lost, but it's like no big deal. It was done. Time to move on. But yeah, for the last year and a bit, I've kept at least 3 redundant copies of everything I've done across 3 different drives. And sometimes I throw shit into my my cloud account as well, because that's nice. It's nice to have things away. Okay, let me show you some vocal editing. Let's just dig in, grab some crappy stock vocals. Let's go into 0G dance vocals, and
Give it,
yeah.
why don't you give it?
Yeah, let's use that. Yeah.
Give it to. Won't you give?
Yeah, yeah, we'll use that. That's good.
Why don't you give it to me? Won't you give it to me?
Yeah, that's perfect. Cool, great, yeah. Okay, so say this is our unaffected vocal track. Um, so we have that recorded, and we're gonna go and edit it because that is what we do. Knowing my luck, it's gonna like crash on boot or something. Okay, no, here's Melodyne. Cool. Um, all right, so Melodyne, we got kind of this piano roll type editor. Very, if you've seen FL Studio or anything like that, you're probably familiar with a layout like this. Um, what this is basically is a representation of chunks which are recognized as single notes, and then this line here is the pitch drift. Then you can switch over here, and this line, one, that's the formant. That's the vowel sound. You don't want to mess with that too much. Things get really funny. Like, you don't want to take that too far from its root note. Okay, so look at, there's a lot of drift here, and I mean, like, this is fine because this is, a natural vocal performance, and you want vocals to sound natural sometimes. I sometimes like natural vocals. I sometimes like completely unnatural vocals that are just like whatever. I like weird vocals. So we're gonna lock everything. Boom, boom, double click. Everything's locked to the nearest note. We're gonna remove pitch drift. Boom, boom. Okay, now it's gonna sound real bad.
Why don't you give it to me? Won't you give it to me? Why don't you?
It sounds real bad, but you can just chop things up. Let's chop some stuff up. This is gonna sound real bad too. I'm sorry, but I'll show you how like the drifting works. So you can edit the drift between notes, how long it takes to get from one note to another. So this is gonna be a big slide up there. That's gonna sound real bad. That's gonna sound real bad. It's mostly gonna sound bad.
Why don't you give it to me? Won't you?
You get the idea. This is yeah, that's yeah, that's that. So let's remove all the drift again. No, that didn't work. Oh no. No, that does this thing where when you like start a new project file, it opens a whole goddamn new instance of the application. Yeah, this is what they use for Portal.
Hey.
Okay, you can just stop accessing my drive. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't care. Acid Pro is one of the most finicky ass applications I've ever used in my life, and for that reason I can't immediately recommend it. You push like Control C or Control V to like copy or paste what you're doing, and the entire application will just like close. it's a bit of a disaster. So that's how Melodyne works. That is the vocal editing thing. So it's like if I record a vocal track and my pitch drifts a lot, but I like the performance otherwise, it's like, okay, let's correct that. Let's, make it listenable. Most of my raw vocal performances are not all that listenable. Where can you download Melodyne? I don't know. I paid for it. I pay for anything that I use to like make my music with, because it's like, if I make money with something, I'm willing to pay for it, much like artists will pay for markers because they're gonna, stuff like that. Things like, it's like, you gotta respect the people making what you're making with. Yo, FL Studio is a great starting point. Let me load up my totally legitimate copy of FL Studio. This is a funny start screen. Can you believe? You can't even see it. It doesn't show on that screen. It's a stupid version of the logo with a funny ass face on it. Yeah. I don't actually use FL for anything aside from like noise jams because input output is really fast with this thing and using ASIA drivers. Controlling things is a breeze in here, and I like that. Fuck controlling things in Acid or Mod Plug. I hate it. FL is a great starting point, though. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You can make all sorts of hot jams in FL Studio. No, I don't want to... Where did I... There it is. No, fuck off. You load up 3XOC? Why am I not hearing it? Yeah, that's what I want. No, I don't... No, yeah, okay. That's hot. Alright. Yeah, it's hot. That is hot. Fuck, that sounds so bad. I'll just, never open 3XOC again. And I will load in, yeah, that's an application. That's something I know how to use. Can make all sorts of hot jams in FL Studio. Hot jams, piano rolls. Piano rolls. Oh my god, that's so fast. What the... Okay, okay. I see the timing of it now. What is it linked to? No, I want, No, come the shit on. Come on. Link to step. That's like not... It doesn't look like a step though. It like rounds off before it. Why does it do that? Whatever. There's a settings, view, rounded. Okay, still not, whatever. Hot jams. God damn, that's... God damn, that is... Where the fuck did the editor go? Where did... How do... Oh, there it is. Damn. 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 Jams. Okay. Get me out of there. Time stretching. Time stretching. Time stretching. Okay. I'll show you how to Acid Pro. So this is where I dump acapellas into, where I'm going to just use the only acapella. Oh my god, do I actually have that saved? Let me extract one real quick. Audacity. Shit. No, shut up. I don't open this program often. I don't like Audacity. I don't... No, wrong hard drive. No, yes. I'm gonna open Black Hole Sun because that's the first thing I saw that I'm familiar with. And I'm gonna just take the vocals out of this. That's not vocals. That's not vocals. That's not... I think... Which one of these is vocals? I think it's this one. Is that vocals? Yeah, it's vocals. Export as wave song. That's not spelled right. Okay. Alright. So there's a vocal track. Here's the vocals that we just got. I don't know this song that well.
In my eyes, indisposed,
I don't think I like this song.
like the sky. Black hole sun, won't you come?
I know that part though, so that's the part I'm gonna use so I can like hear. So like I would just set the BPM. Let's say this song's like a 120 BPM. I don't know. It's not 160, but I'm gonna punch it in there. So I set the BPM of the song. Okay, here it is in its natural state.
Black holes.
Okay, I want to time stretch it. I set it to Pro down here. Mode Pro. Method Elastique. Mode Pro. This is the secret. There are two secrets. One is Pro. Pro's the good secret. Where it does a pretty good job of...
Black hole sun.
I mean, that's a pretty extreme stretch, and it still does a pretty good job. I mean, I could always just...
Black hole.
That sounds real bad. But you can go fast, too. Why not?
Black hole sun, won't you come?
It's got another mode called Monophonic, which is really good when you're dealing with clean vocals with no reverb, so it probably won't sound nice here.
Black hole sun.
No, it sounds pretty good.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come?
So monophonic's good until you do this.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
So you don't want to do that. That's not something you want to do to, not at all. Definitely not a thing you want to do. You don't want to do it. It's a bad idea. It is a bad idea. Not recommended. Not in the slightest. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. No, do it. Do it all the time. That's stretching. That's vocal stretching. Acid does a good job. I don't do it anywhere else because this offers a good enough solution for me. Gold Wave has a really good synthesis engine for stretching that does some really fancy stuff and takes like a long ass time to actually make it happen. The oscillator synthesis noise time stretching engine, which is really really slow. Like you'll time stretch a song and you'll want to leave for like, I don't know, dinner. You'll want to like actually go out for dinner with like a bunch of friends, maybe see a movie and you come back and it's done. Takes a long ass time. Let's run it. Let's see if it's done by the time we're done the stream. Okay. What part were we using?
Black.
And there it is. Okay. So we're gonna run this through. We're gonna make it longer. We're gonna use oscillator synthesis.
Black.
More. Oh dear.
Black hole sun.
I'm surprised it can actually do this in real time right now, but typically really good, especially for look at it go. That's just for 5 seconds. Really good for resampling pads and stuff like that, stretching pads.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
It does this cool thing where it looks for waveforms and generates like envelopes based off of them and does this thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna resynthesize the voice or the whatever you're stretching instead of just like stretching it. Um, it's neat. That is a neat thing. Uh-huh. Yeah. Somebody give me something else to do here. Somebody give me something. Make baseline? Okay. We can do that. We can do it. Why not? Why not?
Cold.
No, why am I even... No, I don't even need to stretch it. Screw that. Let's get some auto filter in here. Wow, bye low end. Nice knowing you. Where is it? Or we'll just add it after the fact. Oh no. Nah. No. Oh, that's so trans amp. Now I'm just gonna like write a bass line. Like I need to do that part, or else it's not gonna be funky. Yeah. It was a good joke. Hey, the volume didn't go any higher. The volume's constantly at a very high level. That's the magic of I can make it. No, let's make it do a wah. Okay, F that. No. I don't want that. I don't want that. The process behind Truxton tracks. Basically I hear a song and say, I like that. I say, I like that. And then I make a song with the song. Yeah. So it kind of like, let's load in Black Hole Sun. Oh, do I have it? No, I don't like this song. Whatever, I'll use it. I'll use it. I got it on hand.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise is no one.
Oh my god. Alright. So I'm like, okay, what sounds like that? Let's go to my music collection. And I don't know. No, I don't want to go to the drive that doesn't exist. And I'll say like, oh, fuck. What on earth sounds like that? What sounds like that is, what sounds like that is definitely, yeah, and now I'm actually thinking. Now I'm actually thinking. I want to make this something priceless. Something priceless. This absolutely doesn't sound anything like, nothing at all like anything from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It doesn't sound like anything from this. Not by a long shot. So I take the track I'm going to mash with, and I guess the BPM, I think it's 180. No, I was wrong. It's 190. No, I was wrong again. It's 189. No, it's 188.5. No, I was wrong again. It's like 188.257. Real close. 188.23. Nailed it. Okay. So I guess the BPM. And then I match it by finding out what the hell the BPM of this other thing is.
In my...
Where does this song start? What beat does this start on? Like...
In my...
I'm gonna sing it with my voice. Is it like...
In my...
Bah? Is it like right there? Where he says eyes? Is it where he says eyes? Okay, thank you.
Eyes in...
So now I'm gonna make myself a little metronome by clicking the metronome button.
Eyes indisposed.
So now I gotta time stretch this a lot because it's real slow. Like, oh, that's slow.
Eyes indisposed.
No, that's real fast.
Eyes indisposed. In disguise is no one knows.
No, like 105?
As no one knows. Has the face, lies the snake. In the sun, in my disgrace. Boiling heat, a summer stench.
This band doesn't keep a tempo. Is what they do.
Meet the black, the sky looks stale. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. I'm in my disgrace, boiling heat, summer stench.
Sometimes I have to go in and do things like this, like, okay, nudge, 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 nudge.
Summer stench. Meet the black,
Nudge.
summer stench. Meet the black, the sky looks sad. Call my name through the cream. Call my name through the cream. Through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again.
So I time stuff. We're just gonna nudge it around a little bit. Just beep 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 bap 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 until it works.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna set this to monophonic. It'll probably sound a lot better.
Eyes indisposed, in disguise.
Then I gotta key match it. I don't even think these are anywhere near each other. This isn't gonna work very well at all. Ho ho ho!
Indisposed,
Oh man.
indisposed.
This guy's like really flat. He's real flat. So we're gonna have to fix that just a little bit.
Eyes indisposed, in disguise no one knows.
No, then it's like this is like a change that doesn't match up there. But so it doesn't. I can't do these two because they're nothing alike. But now I have that one time, so I can find something that does work. Like actually, I can't think of anything that really follows. Well, that is a weird thing. No, but you get the idea, right? I mean, like, does this answer your question enough? Like, Nightcore! I'll show you what Nightcore is. Check this out. I love this song, called, I'm trying to find, like, a mid-tempo dance song. I'm trying to find... Finding mid-tempo stuff on here is really difficult, it turns out. Ah, One Stop Love. Alright, so here's this track, where it's like, oh, I like this song. Oh my god, shut up, metronome. Oh damn, I like this track. I'm gonna make a Nightcore version. Here we go. It's not fast enough, sorry. Okay, we're done. That's it. That's fucking it. That's it. It's done. Then you render it and you're done. That's it. That's Nightcore. It's a piece of shit! It's real stupid! It's really stupid! Oh, I always joke that Daycore is this. So that's Daycore. You ever wondered what evening core sounds like? Evening core. Alright. Oh man. That is a... You know, that's actually tight. That's really tight. Actually, I'm gonna steal that. That's so tight. That's like 90. It's like 95. Yeah, 95ish BPM. That's tight. That's One Stop Love by S&H Project. Bit crush it. Yo, you guys ever use D-Blue? D-Blue is a thing where you go in, you hit enable transport, and you click everywhere, and suddenly you have the most terrible fucking breakcore track you've ever heard in your life. And that's how you be a giant cockface. Okay. I'm actually gonna use it though. I love this thing. We're gonna do a global bit crush. And I actually really like the tape stop, but not with its default parameters because that's real bad. But so to improve the quality of this, I just fix it with this. Fuck, that's not right. 1.6. Okay. Wow, I fixed it. Fixed, ready to be shipped, done. We're gold! Load file, God, Christ, whatever. So I just rendered out those stabs to make them easy to work with. That's poo. Okay. It was just a fun little brainstorm. Alright. Let's move on. Let's move on. already showed that. I showed that. That was one of the first things I did. I loaded up the project file for Woodgrain and showed that. Did you miss that? Because if you missed it, you might be able to watch the stream after. It might record. It might not. I don't know how this thing works. All I do is I click the go button, and then the site does a thing. I don't know what it does. I just let it happen. Whatever it wants to do, I guess. I don't keep track of that. Little edits on Anthrocon? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh no, I use well, what do you mean edits? Like edits like what? I need to know. I must know. Oh yeah. Those are just mashups and like bootleg remixes I did in Acid. I do pretty much everything here now. Mod plug's only used for um something like really like really heavy stuff melodically, where it's like okay, I gotta write a lot of melody work. I hop over to mod plug because I can just smash through stuff. Yo, the official acapella for that really needs to leak. I'm sick of using shitty filtered acapellas that. Mr. Happy Birthday, I have that somewhere. I have to like find out which drive it's on and which folder it's on because like look at this shit. Look at this shit. Check this out. Wow. So here's my drive. It's like I go into the Lapfox, I go into the work files. Here's some work files. I didn't even know I had some of these still. Then I go into work and there's like mess of files and it's like what the fuck is this? And I like go into other things like oh what's this? What's that? I don't know what anything is. Then this is like across 3 drives. I don't know where anything is. Musical training is a good question. I have none. I don't know anything about music. Um, I've just been producing. I hate using the word producing because it sounds like you're a robot. It doesn't sound like actually making something. I've been making music. I've been doing music-related things and audio-related things for relatively seriously now for just about 15 years. And I don't know theory, I don't know anything like that. I know like some technical production stuff, but um no, I don't know theory or anything like that. I don't know scales, I don't really know chords. I if you told me like to name something I did, like the most complicated thing I could say is this is a diminished D. Like that is the most complicated thing I could say. That is it. That's like the stopping point. Diminished D. It's a diminished chord. That's it. That's the most I could tell you. No, I don't know scales. I don't know anything. It's all just by ear. Like I've been listening to music for my entire life, and that's what got me into music. It's like hearing music and hearing like hearing some electronic music early on, like happy hardcore and stuff early on, especially in like the Amiga music scene. I didn't have an Amiga, but I followed like AmiNet and things like that, and hearing a lot of music come from that scene that was made on computers using free software like Modplug. I was like, I want to get into this. It's interesting, and yeah, I just kind of went from there. Just kind of discovering jungle and hardcore through like the mod scene and the tracker scene, and from there getting into like the actual rave scene and being interested in all of that. And I'd say most of my actual inspiration comes from like punk and new wave like stuff like that, or not new wave rather, but like maybe I mean new wave. I think I mean new wave actually. I think I do mean new wave. But yeah, that kind of stuff because my mom always listened to that, and I was very into that. One of the first records I owned was Falco 3 by Falco. Rock Me Amadeus. That was one of the first records I ever heard. That might be the first record I remember hearing. So that kind of stuff influences me a lot. Yeah, it's all that and punk. Like those are the big influences. Then the actual stylistic influences, not like compositional influences. Um, I'd say come from like the rave scene and the module scene and the video game scene and stuff like that. And yeah, I think Falco's big in Canada. Like my mom had the Falco 3 record. I still have the same copy of the record, so that's really awesome. But yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of like how I got interested in music, and like then we got our first computer, and there was like this DOS application. I don't remember what it was called, but it used your computer keyboard like a musical keyboard, and it used kind of like North America's very wide. It's a lot of times in North America, but it used kind of it used the ad lib synthesis, so four operator FM synthesis, and had some really nice tones. And I think that I played with that when I was like 6 or 7, and that got me interested in computer music. And then I actively started pursuing computer music when I was like 10 or so, like searching for applications or just finding out what works, how things work. But yeah, that's it. Just like if you're starting, just keep going. Don't drop stuff just because it's not turning out right. I was producing for like over 6 years before I posted anything like online. Over 6 years. And I would say I produced for 10 to 12 years before I got anything where I was like truly happy. Um, so it's been a long time coming. And like I'm sure people will say, "Oh, musical theory would help you," but it's not the theory or like the musical part that stopped me so much as like learning a lot of production stuff and applications and finding the sound I want. And FA was FA the first place like community place I posted online? Probably. That was the first community place I posted online. Theory is just theory though, let me tell you that. Theory is just theory. A theory is an idea, something that you think might be correct. I don't believe in theory in that regard. I don't believe it should be. It's theory is often taught as rules, which I do not like. I don't like that a lot of people are taught music theory like they're rules because they aren't. Music theory doesn't at all take into account anything outside of like typically North American music, like or what is considered North American theory. The second you look at like world music, everything gets turned upside down. So it doesn't mean anything. um, and theory might help you understand structure, but it doesn't help you understand actual structure. It helps you understand suggested structure. Um, that the quote unquote structure that theory provides is like just theory. It's like whatever we think that works. And nobody says that structure has to be the case. Nobody says time signature tempo or rhythm has to be a thing. No, and you can write something in 72 tone temperament with no tempo, no time signature, and there you go, you're done. You've created a great piece of music. But but hey, that's just how I think. Maybe it's because like I do like quote unquote non-music a lot. Big fat quotes around that because whatever. Whatever. Let me tell you some things theory doesn't teach you. Let's work outside theory a little bit. Theory teaches you that something that I'm about to do would probably be wrong. Um, I really gotta stop using that kick. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Let's grab a different one. It's a nice kick though, isn't it? I like that one a lot. It's nice hollow. No, that's not what I want actually. I like that one. I like that. Let's grab a snare. Yeah, I like that. Let's bump it up a bit. Yeah. Sure, as a hat, I don't care. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab just some kind of bass thing, like just a bass tone. Let me just grab one real quick. Bass. Okay. But that doesn't matter. That has no. That I just want some low end. Like that's all I want. Just round out the sound. Let's grab. Let's go to best service. Really funny sounding vocal packs here. Actually, no, I don't want that. I want 0G vocal ecstasy.
Oh, feels ya. Never wanna let no ignore. I'm gonna no wait.
And I'm gonna just set these to like really arbitrary pitches here, like between like pitches that, you know, are not accounted for in North American theory. Okay, I'm gonna turn off snapping because that's restraining us. That is snapping? Nuh-uh. That is wonky as hell. Somewhere a music teacher is getting really angry at me. I'm sorry, this is still in a time signature and it does still have a tempo, but the point is, aside from those, there's no theory here. Just make cool sounds, man. In all honesty, I think the drum line turned out pretty dope. I don't know about the rest. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's habit. Okay. The problem, like, is growing up, like, listening to music that's made with theory. Like, I've been listening to it for almost 25 years. I've been hearing it and taking in theory against my will for, like, almost 25 years. And it's like, hell, it's hard to knock that, you know? It's hard to knock that as a habit. It's really difficult. Like, the only time I can really do that is when I get into doing noise stuff, which is like, at that point, you know. Yeah, if you got a question, go for it. Question, do it. Sampling. Sampling's kind of an instrument in and of itself. There's a lot to. Yeah, just let me lean back. Let me lean back. Noisy ass chair. Yeah, but sampling's kind of a thing of it in and of itself. You eventually like just learn. You eventually get an ear for what things sound good together, what things don't sound good together. Um, no, not at all. But yeah, you just get an ear for it. The hardest thing to do, it is absolutely the hardest to sample large pieces of audio and build a new piece around that. Um, because you're constraining yourself. It's extremely constraining. It's like, okay, I want to make something new and different with, what I have. Um, but it's difficult because, you're working with something that already exists. For smaller things, it's a lot easier to kind of mess around and find a part of a sound that sounds good and, like, you just feel it kind of, I guess. But you do get an ear for it. You get a feel for what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. Pirate a bunch of sample packs and like play around with stuff. See what happens. Um, because sampling from like music that already exists is a difficult place to start, unless you're doing like really simple kind of bootleggy stuff where it's like, oh, I'm gonna take this and add a break and stuff so I can play it out live and so it can mesh with the rest of my sets or whatever. So that's a lot easier than like actually reconstructing something that already exists. But yeah, just play with sounds really. Just keep playing with things, and you will. No, I don't speak Japanese. um, I can match together some kana, but like I can't speak Japanese. Um, yeah, VEC, the VEC, their Vengeance sound. Just Google Vengeance sound. Um, really high quality stuff. A lot of people will like rag on you for using them, but whatever. It's good sounds. Use them. I like Zero G's stuff a lot. They have some really niche stuff. Zero G. Um, Lots of world sample packs that I really like that I use for stuff. Um, so I'd say VEC, that's Vengeance Sound, and Zero G are two good places to start. Start looking around. How do I categorize by music if I don't like genres? I bite the bullet. I just bite the bullet and organize by genre. um, Here's how I have my like. If we go into music, I have game music, and here's all the video game soundtracks and stuff. Then organize is just by letter. This is all just by letter. Speedcore for Kids doesn't really use any like sample packs. It's like there are some kicks from packs and stuff like that, but there's no real like go-to packs for stuff like that. You just mash it together. Circuit bending, I've played around like bending some keyboards and stuff like that, but I've never really used it in my music. It's not really like the kind of thing that I want to, incorporate into my stuff to a great level. If there's something I want, somebody's already probably circuit bent it and like posted it online and then like released the rights for it. So like that's really useful. A lot of people release tons of recordings of circuit bent stuff for people to play with, which is nice if I do need it. So I don't really bother with doing it myself. Text-to-speech engines. Okay, let's do this. Let's go on a ride. What the fuck's over my desktop? Get it off. Let's go for a little ride. You go to Google Translate. Okay, then you go Inspect Element. You hop over to your Network tab. You go to English, and you type something. Google Translate text to speech. Don't translate to Japanese. Keep it in English. And then you watch your network thing, and you click listen.
Google Translate.
No, I want it in English. English, go.
Google Translate text to speech.
Okay, audio MPEG. That's what you want. Boom, here it is. So then you grab this, and there you go.
Google Translate text to speech.
So that's it. I love Google Translate engine a lot. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. Yeah, aside from that, oh my god. I have to remember if I have this set up right. Yeah, aside from that, ST speech was used for the Quick Brown Fox. It's like his canonical voice now. I think this is actually ready to go. Yeah, it is.
Hello.
So this is like canonically the voice I use for that stuff.
Computer text to speech.
No, stop. Steam, that's the application that runs, it's an Atari ST emulator. and it's really finicky about capturing the mouse and not letting it go. But whatever. So that's what I use for the Quick Brown Fox's voice, because I guess that's like his voice now. That's just what happened. I don't know. I just pressed English and it did. I've never heard the male voice. I've heard people tell me that like they have a male voice, and I've never heard it. I have no clue. Derek's text to speech. Do you mean on like bipolar on and stuff like that?
This is Analog X. Say it.
So this is an older application called Say It by Analog X. Generates some really cheesy text to speech stuff here. I think lower speed is faster.
Analog X text to speech application.
So that's what that's the one I used in bipolar on. Oh my god, everything just minimized on my second screen. Okay. It says something about the state of the art something something technology something. I just craft words into Say It because I just wanted the tone realistically. I think it's like some kind of like not correct English contraction of the first line of like the definition of state of the art or something from somewhere. Something like that. And sometimes I use FL Studio's text to speech, which actually is licensed from somewhere else. What a funny yeah, this was licensed from somewhere else. I forget what the I forget what it is, but it is from somewhere else.
Test.
But yeah, then you have to like save the speech file. That's stupid. Whatever. Yeah, it's there's just the speech thing in there. Tips for FL Studio, I don't know. I don't really know how to use that application at all, really. Like, I just know how to route shit through it. I'm kind of slop at it. It used to be Cepstral. Cepstral is an extremely powerful text-to-speech engine. They have since discontinued their high-quality demos, so I moved over to Google. Is it Allison?
My name is Allison,
Yeah.
and my voice is excellent for use over the phone.
So, Cepstral's Allison is the one I used for, Kit in the Kit Caliber stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But they've discontinued their 11 kilohertz or higher quality demos for, you know, probably pretty good reason, because, you know, people were making money off it. Everybody used this. Like, a lot of music producers were using this, just for quick little speech interludes and stuff like that. You might know Lawrence. Let me see what his default is. Let me just let him play his default.
My name is Lawrence, and my voice is excellent for use over the phone.
Really, really popular, the Lawrence guy with, yeah, Swire's used this a few times. It's Cepstral. Let's try Millie.
My name is Millie, and my voice is excellent for use over the phone.
But yeah, Septual was like a big deal until they took out the high quality demos, and it's fine. It's fine. Who cares? I have Google Translate to help me now. Anytime you hear Calibur's voice, that's me. Um, well, quote unquote, Calibur's voice, quote unquote. But the other voice is always me. Unless, like, did I use another? Yeah, yeah, that was me on This Broken City. Because for some reason, male text-to-speech are generally less, like, usable than female ones. I don't know why. It's just something, I guess. The tones are a lot harder to use in the male ones, I think. They're typically not as, like, round, I guess? Round tones, I guess, whatever that means, but... it's easier to use those. But, what did I use at the beginning of... let me remember what this song even sounds like. Give me, like, 1 second to dig it out. Acid bath. Well, what do you mean, the beginning? Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. No, nothing on there. Do you mean the Mayhem is Serious thing in the Space Dragon style, also on at the beginning of that other song? Oh, yeah, okay, that and like the part where it says Mayhem, like those things are those are Speak and Spell, just spliced together. Because like if you go in and take all the sound data from a Speak and Spell, you have pretty much everything you need to make new words, so you can just like chop things up and sentence splice. Since that's pretty much how it works in the first place. There's a voice on Skeegosaurus? Let me check. I'm so bad about this. You're gonna have to tell me, like, what you mean. Because I don't know what part you mean. Like, what do you mean? I don't know. Because I could tell you if I know. Do you mean like all that stuff at the... like... no, it's a different song. It's a different song. Do you mean like the stuff at the beginning? Like weird stuff or like... or like, I don't know which part you mean. That's just like... it's just pitched down in time stretch, that's all. It's just really simple stuff. A really sloppy time stretching algorithm, as it's older. Time stretching the efficient method. Yeah, the efficient method is really... it's disastrous. The stems are vocals for wood grain? Man, I guess I could do that. I mean, if you want them. What do we want from wood grain? That's not what I wanted. I opened the wrong file. You guys want to hear a thing I'm working on? Because, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to finish this. I don't know what to do with that. I have no clue what else to do with that. I've been sitting on this project file for like 2 weeks now. It's just been like this. Now I'm gonna open the file I meant to open this time. Okay, so we want stems for wood grain. We want stems. What do we want? Do we want everything? Like, because I can just do everything. Oh, fuck, there's so much. Okay, well I'm gonna render out some stuff. New folder, wood grain, shit, strings, main, ooh, render. Whoa, okay, next, this I guess. Okay, so that's going to be base 1. And that's going to be base 2. I'm not going to render like everything because there's like a lot of... Oh, okay, this base, this is a complicated piece of shit. It takes up 2 channels. So underneath these layers of guitar rig and some reverb is this. It's just like a saw sign combo. Then I throw on, you know, guitar rig, amp, simulator, and some reverb. And the high end is pretty much the same thing with an auto filter on it, just set to random LFO, a square LFO. More guitar rig is him with trans amp on it to bring out those nasty mids, and then knock out all the low. And then just match them up. So that's how I made that. It's just a saw sign combo though, synth-wise. Okay, so there's that. Now I need this. It's gonna be called stabs. Percussion. Let's do this in 2 goes. Actually, I want one with the roll at the end. Okay, so that's going to be drums main, and then I'm going to include separately the hats, because you don't always want those. Drums, hats. What the hell's that? Oh yeah, definitely want that. Art thing. I don't know what that is. Other art thing. Other art thing. Then there's like these other strings, but I'm not gonna bother including those. Vocals. This is quite the deal.
Wood grain in the winter, blinding the things inside. It cracks. What was warm? Cloud and dark envelops the white snow. The white snow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna include all that as the vocals. Vocals. That's just about the vast majority of it. That one's definitely being called Darius-ish. No, I would never sing. Nuh-uh. I'm not singing. I think that's all you guys need. I think that is just about it. I have lossless everything, but I don't give it out because I don't support those products anymore. Same as flax. Flack. Okay. No, get that out of there. Go. Give me some flax. Real talk, figurehead's okay. It's okay. It ain't no brainstronaut. I think that's still my best. No brainstronaut, ergosphere, and like Those are the big ones, I think. I completely forgot what BPM this was. It's like 130, maybe. 128 close enough. Wood grain. 128 BPM. Resources. New text file underscore readme. Fuck. Just use them. 7-zip at the archive. Alright, cool. Those are uploading right now to the cloud. Okay, okay, here we go. Go get him. Go get him. Enjoy the stems, make something with them, I don't care. Just do a thing. Have fun. Any other stems worth releasing? I'm just gonna dig through work files. Wow, shit, I have the project file for that? What does that look like? I love the Renard tumbler. It's very good. Oh, I remember this now. This was funny because, like, I didn't have the project file for the original, so I just sampled it. I sampled my own song. I like working with vocals that already exist. It makes me like rethink how the song works.
I fell into a burning ring of fire, went down, down, down.
I released the stems for this, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
I fell
That might be some of my favorite, like, vocal editing I've ever done, maybe. It's up there. I've done some ridiculous shit. I love it. I love vocal editing so much. Do I have the project file? I don't know. I'd have to dig through, like, someplace else. Not on these drives, though. That song is such a disaster. It's fun though. What else can I dump in your laps? That's gross. I'll probably release the samples for the Heat at some point. I might actually reclassify that under Quintessence as well. Maybe I release the stuff for Endgame too. Pick one of my dudes so you can do what? No. You gotta pick. You gotta pick. I released the vocal tracks for that. I did. I did because I know I did. Oh, do you want, like, should I re-upload those vocals for you? Do you want me to do that? I can do that. Our special place. Go to the cloud. Okay, it's uploading. I think these are, like, good enough quality.
After climbing high, looking back there.
Yeah, those are uploading now. Oh, hey, green suit guy. I still gotta upload that picture. But I will. I still have it. Okay, come on, hurry up, upload. It's not that big, is it? How big is this? Oh, it's goddamn 10 megabytes, okay. There you go. Enjoy them. On track 25. Let me see what I have. I might not have them on this drive. I can tell you what I do have here though. Proj. The only stuff I have on this drive are Train Scene, Cosmo Hound's Heart, Too Old, Too Sober, and Hell Dive Remix. That's all I have on this drive. I don't know what's on anywhere else. Shoot me stuff on Twitter with remixes. I'll check after the stream. Yeah, I don't have anything else here. No, I'm looking for like the steps for a bunch of recent stuff, but I think they're on the other drive, which is not in this room, and I cannot be bothered to get up. Maybe I'll release like cover PSDs at some point too. That'll be fun. Ooh, yeah, we could do some Negaran stems from Twerk Zone. We could do that. Down low is like the big one there. Oh my god. Oh my god. 41 tracks. Okay. I can't give you that version of that, but I can give you the altered vocals because they aren't from a sample pack. No, I didn't. I didn't release the vocals for this. I didn't release a pack with this, did I? Did I? Did I already? So I forget. I don't remember doing that, but maybe I did. Let me check. I'm checking. Because I might have posted it on Weasel, just as like a Weasel, like... Ah, yeah, I did. I did. I posted them, but only on Weasel. Let me get you the link. I completely forgot. There you go. Pad strings pack? I just make them. I just, we haven't gone over synthesis. I've been, like, sitting here in Acid for so long that I haven't gone over any synthesis stuff. I use Synth 1 for, like, everything. Goddamn everything, because all you need is 2 oscillators, that's it. So, if I'm gonna make a... I'm gonna load up Synth 1. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, so here's your saw. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I did use some samples on Atomizer, but they're kind of from all over the place. So there's no, like, go-to pack for that kind of stuff. Okay, so we got our saw. This is gonna be the base for, like... the base for, 99% of, like, every string I'm ever gonna make. So we're gonna get a little filter coming in, attack on the filter. Alright, that's a nice slope. Then I'm just gonna detune a little bit. Second oscillator in 1 octave higher. And this one's actually, I'm gonna play it on its own. We're gonna use a square. 50 duty square, so like, you know, a very square square. And we're gonna put an LFO on the square's pulse width. So makes that nice little wow 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 wow. You know, that the C64 sound, the Commodore 64 kind of, you know. So they're all together so far. We're gonna throw down some unison. A lot of it, like 4 unison, with some pretty heavy detune, spread all the way apart. Another 12 up, so another octave up. And some tempo delay, ping pong, always ping pong, at big, 1/4 note. And that's how you make strings. That's that. Synth 1 is really all you ever need. Ever. I still have Bazille installed, but I haven't really used it for anything. I use it mostly just for jamming, just like having fun with things. I don't think I can use it very seriously. I like Synth 1, I like Synplant. Those are my big go-tos. Man, I love Synplant. I love it so much. I'm sure everybody here's like probably seen this at this point, but like I still really like it. Most people have seen Synplant. It's a funky thing. So then once you have something you like, you can go in and you can play with the DNA of your plant. Do you mean the DNA sliders? Because the DNA sliders control pretty much everything. The forms of the waves, well, waveforms, the forms of the waves. That's a funny way to say that. It is conventional synth controls. You have envelope time, loop, and tilt, volume, attack, decay, sustain, mod, attack, decay, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's all fairly typical, with the exception that A form and B form control the waveforms and what they actually are. And they're interesting sounds, to say the least. It does some very funky FM stuff. Then just a really great reverb engine in the thing, and I don't know how it decides what to alter when you're actually just like growing the plants. Whoa, okay, that's the one. Very cool thing. Very, very cool. Damn, this chair. It's a cool synth. There's a demo of it on the guy's site. It's called Synplant. I'll type it in chat. There's a demo that you can use for a while, and it's not terrifically expensive. I think it's $100. Very worth it if it does what things you want to do. Then it's absolutely worth every penny. Really, really stellar stuff. Everything that guy does, like Bitspeak, Synplant, I forget what his drum one is called, but it is awesome. I don't have it, but it's awesome. He actually recently put out another fun toy. Let me... Oh, I think I have it installed. I bought it pretty much instantly. So I'm just going to hop in here and load it in like a drum loop or something. Yeah, sure, breakbeats. Oops. Breakbeats. Yeah, sure, let's use that. Okay. Okay, here's permutate. I still need to figure out how to use this goddamn thing. It does some stuff though, I'll tell you what. I don't know how it works. Some really fucked up granular shit. I don't know what this thing actually does. It's just an intentionally disastrous plugin, like, and it's really cool. I just have no clue how to use it. I have absolutely no clue. I'm gonna have to like sit down and give this thing like a week of like alone time. Like just sit down with it and use it for a week and not touch anything else, just to get some things out of it. No, I haven't used it yet. But the guy that makes this stuff is really nice. I actually bought it and said on Twitter, "Hey, is there any way we can change like a registration name?" Because up here you can't really say it. It says R. Queenston because the plugin, like the DLL, is saved with your registration info. And he sent me like a bunch of stuff to change it, and that was really cool. At one point, it just said poo. I asked him on Twitter, could mine say poo, and he said yeah, and he sent me a file to change it to poo. And that was that. He's a really cool guy. Recommended plugin. I don't know how it works. Recommended. So get that. Get autofilter. Get the classic suite. You gotta have autofilter. That's one way to take it to funny sounds. We're up to 22 now. I don't know. For the last like week, I've got a serious case of the noise bug. I've just been making so much noise. It's just been really liberating and fun. Like I've always done noise, like not constantly, but you know, it's been an off and on thing, and like just for the last week, I've recorded like hours and hours of noise jams. Okay, let me restart this. I think I saved that in the right place. Yeah. Yeah, hence download noise. Alright, let me load in a thing. Let's load another breakbeat or whatever. We got it. Okay. I ain't ready for this. Alright. What the fuck does that do? Oh, okay. What? So is this like a step sequencer? Okay. Bandpass. So is this like a chain? Is that a chain of some kind? Okay, is it? It looks like a chain. Okay, so like here I can put a bandpass. And the bandpass can be... Okay, so it's a chain, right? That's what this is. I can do a bit crusher. A fuzzer. Alright, that's pretty good. Noise. fuck does noise do? Noise, oh, it literally has noise. Okay, so what's this hand going around it do? Like, what is that? How does this... Does it, like... I don't really get it. Oh, I did press the thing in the middle. It randomizes it. Like, but I want to figure out how it works. Like, what does this do? What does the finger do when you move it? I don't get that. I don't know what that does. I do not know what that thing does. I'm gonna just go through presets and... This thing's cool. I'm just gonna... I really like it. I just don't know what the hand thing does. I get everything else. I get that it's a chain, but I don't understand what moving it around is controlling, I guess. I don't get that. But I like everything else. So like it. The bit crusher's nice, the drive's nice, the compressor's nice, or squeezer as it calls it. I actually really like the compressor. It's terrible. It's perfect. Can you pull out... I think it's just like certain things don't use certain knobs, so... Yeah, like the fuzzer doesn't use one. That one doesn't use a couple, so... It is neat. By TC Works. Can I click on your logo? No. No, I can click. No, I can't. That's neat. I'll like figure out the hand thing later because I literally have no clue. I don't know what that is. What's my opinion on Audio Technica? I don't know. They make stuff. I have a turntable, an Audio Technica turntable that I like. It gets the job done and plays records. Yeah. 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 I have no clue what I'm doing at this point. I have absolutely no clue. None whatsoever. I don't have any ideas. And, I don't know, like, questions are good. So if you have any, that's awesome. Why don't I make it? I've made a song in Fruit Loops before. It's called Crazy Bus Uses FL Studio. I think I called it that. It was a really bad Crazy Bus remix. And yeah. You missed it because it was on my FA when things were still on my FA. And then I left FA. That's what it was. Thank you. Crazy Bus uses FL Studio for the first time. I've used Delay Llama. I have used it extensively. It's one of my favorite plugins, but I'm not going to use it now. Oh, good, you have it. You can upload it for everybody. Vocals are either from leaked resources from the studios or like Rock Band and stuff like that. Usually Rock Band. Um, Usually Rock Band. Oh my god, that's a cute dog. Thank you. Thank you. What have I done to deserve it, though? What have I done? What have I actually done? Thank you for uploading it. Now I can just play it back and everybody can hear it. Enjoy, I guess. I'm just gonna play it back right here. Well, that was Crazy Bussy's FL Studio for the first time, and that's I hate FL Studio. Not it's not bad. I just can't use it. I never made hardstyle. It was Gabber. Golly, good golly, genres, kill genres. I just do not feel. I do not feel like producing that kind of music anymore. Like it's gone. It's done. I don't like it. Like I mean I like it, but I don't like making it anymore. Like it does not resonate with me the way that say um uh, anything else does. Yeah, anything else really. It's just it was boring. Like I couldn't get into it really anymore. Have I ever tried that? Man, I'm glad you asked. God damn, I have some things to show you. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I unplugged my headphones. Oh no. No, I gotta get... Hi, okay. Wow, okay. I got some things to show you. Remember when I made a song? It was an Earthbound... Oh my god, my hard drive. Poor hard drive. It was an Earthbound, the remix. Fuck, where... Oh my god, where in the Christ did I put it? Yeah! This is an Earthbound song where I did Earthboundy things, and yeah, just watch. It's very fun and cool. Properties. Oh my god, which one do I want? Hold on. I probably want that. Scroll speed. Oh, I don't know. Let's just do 2, and then like hope it works maybe. What do I want? Fix. We'll find out, I guess. So just like watch the thing. Oh yeah, I need to set it to fixed. 0 to like 5,000. We're getting there. Let's do like 300, 5,000. Definitely missing the lower half now. This is more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh, there it is, the fucking Giga's face. This is what it is, okay? It's right there. Yeah, there it is. There's the Giga's face. Nifty. Adrian was retired because it was like um it was nothing. Adrian ended up being nothing. It was just like a free form thing that didn't mean anything, and it could just as easily fit under anywhere else. Whereas like Adrian releases ended up having no specific tone to them. They're all completely different, sound completely different. Um, so I felt there was no point in even like keeping it. I did not like classifying things under Adrian because like people would expect something completely different, and there was no like set tone for people to expect, quote unquote expect. So I just yeah. This song you can find somewhere. I don't know where I keep this shit anymore. So there's one of the cases of there's a few cases of this happening. I definitely forget what the other ones were though. Let me find out. Nope, no, not that one. No. This shit is so hard to keep track of. Um. No. Yeah, I use Coagula. Um. Yeah, there's probably stuff in there. Just like make bit.ly links for those or something. But yeah, I've done that a number of times, putting pictures in the music because that's cool and trendy. Scug is Scug. It's like a little cute little squeege thing that represents squeege. Scug is the Scug is to squeege as Slard is to Renard. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this always evolves into like some shit like this, but let me... No, don't update. Don't update. Please don't update. Let me show you guys some things. I make games sometimes. Imagine that. Is this the working one? Christ, no it's not. Sometimes I make video game. When I make video game, it is a... Fuck, I'll never find the right one. I found it. I do mashup games, like, I don't know if everybody like follows this, because, like, I tweeted this on, like... Yeah, Shooter House is one of my things. I do, like, mashup games. Yeah. I don't know, like, if everybody knows or whatever, because I did tweet this to, like, the Lapfox account where I don't really announce stuff like that. My personal account's stupid and filled with all sorts of other garbage. I'll show you a thing I'm working on. It's called High Jam Speed Demon. And, I guess I'll show you guys what it is so far. Let me make sure my frame rate is, like, half decent. That's good enough. Good enough. Optimize for texture size. Turn that off. Make it a bit faster. Yeah, High Jam Speed Demon. Nowhere near done. Everything you're about to see is like Dash Dash DX2. It still exists, and it will come out eventually. It's just like there's the last few things to do. Shark Attack was bad. We don't talk about that. But I'll show you guys this. Everything's subject to change. There's a lot of really broken stuff. You can't kill the boss yet. The boss can't kill you yet. You can't die yet in general. But here's my mashup game I'm working on. High Jam Speed Demon. I'm gonna mute my shit. Hold up, I gotta change the resize settings on this shit. Why is it so slow? Why are you so slow? Okay, I think I actually have to restart the stream because I'm gonna change my frame rate settings. I'll be like right back. I'll be right back.